But what about, the biggest barrier, I would imagine, you tell me what you think, is that a sponsor that's never done this before suddenly thinks, you know what, I'm already working 60 hours a week, 60, 80 hours a week. I don't have time for all this. So how do you make that, how do you cross that barrier in terms of, because the impression is that once you start on one of these, you're never off it. Right? It's like you might be doing this all day instead of building.
Yeah, well, it's a fair point, right? Because it's almost worse to have a social media profile that is woefully out of date, because then it looks like you tried it and failed. So I would say, yes, if you don't have sort of a sustaining strategy, then you don't want to get started, because you will ultimately look worse by having something that's not being sort of fed and nurtured than by not doing it all. That being said, it doesn't need to be an overwhelming chore. Again, back to the idea that these don't need to be highly produced, videos or photography. They can be very much, sort of, on the fly type moments, right? So if you, the sponsor yourself, are going to actually do this, then keep it that way, right? That becomes kind of your the style you're developing, which is very much on the fly, thoughts of the moment, not highly produced, not highly curated, which then feels very authentic. And so people say, oh, this person's just sharing kind of a couple moments of their day, very authentic. I feel a connection to that person. If you want to make it a little bit more highly produced, the good news is, you can hire somebody young, right out of college, don't have to pay them a lot of money. They'll be delighted to basically say, mash up sort of your personal life passions with a professional opportunity. So I don't think you need to spend a lot of money on it. You can hire somebody on a freelance basis to do this. It doesn't need to cost a lot of money, and it can be very professionally done.